Hi. Big data is perceived as this crystal ball that has all the answers. However, to get to those answers, we need some good questions. What are questions you would ask of big data? The technical definition of big data is a methodology to discover patterns in large and complex data sets. However, it's not actually that complex. We're just trying to discover human behaviors so we can increase sales or improve a product or a system. When you ask the right questions of big data, once you see the answer, it actually becomes obvious. Sometimes even so simple you're surprised that you didn't notice it before. Here are a couple analogies to demonstrate big data in a simple way. The first example is this time lapse. Technically, it is big data, 1,342 images over 1 hour and 15 minutes, squeezed into just 20 seconds. It's beautiful, but can we ask a question of this big data set and get an answer? This building manager has a question. Why is my electrical bill so high each month? You'll see the exterior lights in the time-lapse are turning on and off. In real time, this is happening so slowly, no one has noticed. The answer is in the big data all along. There's an electrical problem in the exterior lights of the building and is the cause of the increased electrical bills. But again, you didn't probably see that at the beginning of the time-lapse. But now, it's pretty obvious because you asked a question of the data. In our second example, we're going to cover desire paths. A desire path is big data that's being actively and organically collected. Ultimately, it can demonstrate a need for improvement or a fault in a design or a product. Here is a literal path that is the customer's desired route. It is big data. Just think how many people and footsteps were needed to wear down these paths. So a desire path demonstrates an answer to questions that need to be asked of a product design or feature. This is a Google Street View from 2009, and the path did not exist at that time. So what changed that caused the desire path? Why is it necessary now? Now you can see the new Green Line train and a desire to not miss the train caused a new path. Let real-world data accumulate to find out what your customers' desires are. What is a product improvement that people ask for by complaining about an existing feature, saying it's too difficult to use or complicated? Feedback, reviews, tech support cases are all big data if analyzed correctly, so you can look for those human behaviors that'll make your product or system better. All right, I think we've conveyed what big data is, but what to do about it? The first step in big data is to determine your question, then collect data about it. Finally, analyze the results. Let's use an example and some small data to determine what is missing. Here is a demonstration using our app Scan to Spreadsheet. To confirm the assets, we will use the Vlookup formula. We'll show you how this works in Google Sheets, although this will also work in Numbers and Excel. To keep things simple today, we'll only have 8 assets. They are also all together on this shelf. But that's not real life. We'll remove 2 of them. In addition, we have a rogue box that doesn't belong in the mix as well. Setting up Scan to Spreadsheet is easy. Import the main asset serial number list. The app will check against this list as we're scanning. Instructions on how to import are in a separate video linked in the description below. In the validation settings, we turn on Error when not in the list. Start a new spreadsheet. Give it the name Assets. Go ahead and scan all the asset tag barcodes. Here we scan the rogue box. The app stopped scanning and warned the user that this happened. Tap Review and enter a note in column B. Save by tapping the plus button. Then continue scanning the rest of the assets. We're all finished scanning. Share the spreadsheet as an email attachment or directly to other apps such as Google Drive. Now to Phase 2, highlighting the missing assets and completing our inventory. The Assets CSV file is ready. We want to copy the scanned serial numbers to the Inventory Sheet tab in our main asset spreadsheet. Highlight the scanned serial number list. Right-click and click on Defined Named Range. Give it an easy name. Our example is Assets in all caps. Back to our asset list and the on-hand column. We'll now enter the Vlookup function. Cell A2 because that is the first cell in the column with the serial numbers. Enter the named range, Assets. Index of 1 and false to get only exact matches. Copy the formula down the whole column to cover the entire spreadsheet. It worked! The two missing assets appear as not available. They're very easy to spot. Expand on this with conditional formatting to easily highlight any missing assets. Granted, this is a small data example, but it should give you an idea of what you can accomplish. Thank you for watching, and let us know in the comments what questions you want to ask of big data. Download our barcode scanning apps so you can start collecting big data yourself.